Hello and welcome to our channel BrigSpeak. I'm your host, Brigadier Rakesh Bhatia. Me and my co-mate, Brigadier Param Gotra, decided to launch a channel to help those who are preparing for upcoming competitive exam of DSSC, DSTSC. We will initially cover the military history campaign. As you are aware, the military history campaign this year is Sino-Vietnam War of 1979. The prescribed book is Chinese Military Strategy, the Third Indochina War. The recommended book is Dragons Entangled, Indochina and the China-Vietnam War. And the biography is of General Gap. What would be the USP of this channel? We'll give you detailed presentations of all aspects of the war with the help of slides. It's very important to understand the terms as they are used, like Marxism, Maoism, socialism. So all these terms in detail will be explained, and the subtle differences between them will also be told. We'll invite senior retired officers to give you important aspects of preparations and the answering techniques. All the maps which will be shown will be duly annotated, and most importantly, we'll have live sessions to clear your doubts. The episodes that we have planned so far, in the first episode, we'll give you the timelines of the Sino-Vietnam War. We'll give you the historical connection between China and Vietnam, explain the military geography of Vietnam in detail, Chinese history, including century of humiliation, which has had very deep impact on the psyche of Chinese, will be explained. Give you the reasons why China attacked the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Political work. Now, all the communist countries' army ideology is extremely important to ensure that ideologically the soldiers and the officers are aligned. There is something called political work which goes on. We'll give you the details of what is this political work and why is it considered important in communist country to have political work. We'll also give you the details of Vietnam Cambodia conflict and its effect on the Sino-Vietnam War, Chinese war against Japan, what lessons did they learn, and how the PLA declined, and more importantly, Sino-Soviet split, which led the Soviets to encourage Vietnam to stand up to China, which was one of the major reasons for this war. Like I said, we'll give you detailed maps. On map, we will mark each and everything and explain. Now, as a sample, I'll give you, let's understand the titles. Like I said, the prescribed book is Chinese Military Strategy, Third Indochina War. Let's understand why is it this area called Indochina. This is the peninsular area which extends southward from China and includes three countries, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. They are collectively called Indochina. That's why it's very important that we must refer to, let's say, 1962 war between India and China as Sino-India War and not as Indochina War. The name Indochina, why is it called? Because historically, if we see, this region has been influenced by both Indian and Chinese culture due to trade and historical interactions. Now, the title says this is the third Indochina War. Which were the first two Indochina War? The first Indochina War was against the French who had colonized Vietnam. This was fought between 46 to 54. Incidentally, China was ally of Vietnam at that particular time. They had sent their military advisors bridging equipment, tanks, etc., even artillery to help Vietnam evict the French. The Second Indochina War was between North Vietnam and South Vietnam. The country was divided post the resistance war, while the northern Vietnam was being supported by China and the USSR. The south was being supported by a capitalist country like USA. The war continued from 1955 to 75, and ultimately USA lost, packed up, and went back like they have done recently in Afghanistan. The third year Indochina War we will study in detail, that is between China and Vietnam. Now, another book title is Dragons Entangled. Now we know that China is called dragon, but its influence on Vietnam is so much that Vietnam is also referred to as dragon. In fact, it is called ascending dragon. If you look at the map, on the left is the geographical map of Vietnam, and on the right is the representation of Vietnam as a ascending dragon. So this was a very brief introduction to our channel. I request all of you to please subscribe, like, and share with your friends. In case we get traction, we intend starting few lessons on current affairs and military law subsequently. Thank you and Jai Hind.